I look like this today because I don't feel very well. I've not been feeling very well the past few days. Like, just all of my muscles are really tight and achy and sore. I'm really tired. I feel a bit sick. Just not feeling the best I've ever felt, which is why I look like this. And also, I'm going to be doing my makeup and chatting. I also woke up like, well, I woke up like an hour ago now, so I don't know why I'm still like, feel like I've just woken up. This is a kind of weird setup today as well, just because I wanted to have like the sunlight through from here. I've not got a blind on my window, so I can't really film anywhere else. And I don't have like a light. I think that's something I need to invest in for YouTube, is some form of light so I can film kind of anywhere. Because there's lots of nice places to film in my flat, but don't have a light, do I? Yeah, I feel like the lighting's still a bit weird here, but oh well. The first thing I kind of wanted to say was it last week I uploaded my first video in a really long time, and there were so many really nice comments on it. I hate saying things like that because I feel like I just sound like any other person that does YouTube, but they were so sweet and understanding and so welcoming, and it was so nice. I tried to reply to lots of them, and I don't know, it was just so sweet. Like, I just kind of felt like maybe people wouldn't be as interested anymore because I've been away for a long time, and I don't know, like, it's just kind of, yeah, just really sweet that all of the comments were so lovely. Sorry if I am still not really making much sense. I just don't feel that well. I also have hay fever at the moment, and so I can't tell if that's a part of like this coldy flu virus thing or if it's just hay fever or whatever, but I am not feeling so good. Foundation is done. I use a mix of the Collection Lasting Perfection foundation and Kiko, because I've just discovered Kiko and they're quite good. The Collection Lasting Perfection foundation is really bad. The 16-hour one is really not good, and that's one I have right now. So I look a bit orange and weird, but you know, oh well, life goes on. And I'm using the NYX powder. I feel like powder is powder and doesn't really matter what one you use. But anyway, the main reason I wanted to film like a makeup video chat today is because I wanted to talk about OCD. OCD is something that I've not talked about in a while on this channel because, well, because my OCD's not really let me talk about it for a while. I've not talked about my OCD with people in my actual life for a really long time, and it's not until recently that I've been like, you know what, here it is, and I've talked to my boyfriend about it and talked to my friends about it and stuff, and it's been really good to talk to people about it, and it's really given me like the bravery to, you know, stop doing the OCD things as much. If you're somebody that doesn't have OCD, I think it's kind of hard to understand. I'll give you a little kind of backstory of my OCD, so that you understand where it's coming from, and if you don't have OCD you can kind of understand a little bit of what it's like. First I'm going to get my eyebrow stuff. I use the Sleek eyebrow stuff with a really terrible eyebrow thing, but you know, don't have any other ones, so I guess I'll have to do. I'm going to sit right up against here to do my eyebrows because I find eyebrows really tricky. Okay, let's start. Oh, this brush is so terrible! I'm actually going to come back once I've done my eyebrows because I can't do eyebrows and chat at the same time. Okay, I'm back, and what I've realised is I need to get a new one of these because this is just too far, and also eyebrows look really weird when you don't have any eye makeup on. They're the two things that I've learned in the past 5 minutes. Moving on to eyeshadow. Why not? I found this eyebrow brush down the back of my couch this morning. That's good. And I'm going to put on some hand cream too. This is my favourite hand cream ever. It's Shea Butter by Body Shop. I heard Body Shop's shutting down now. I completely forgot that I'm talking about OCD. Okay. So a little kind of backstory of my OCD. I can't remember exactly when it started, but I remember how horrific it was when I had really, really bad OCD. It would be literally everything I did in life would revolve around OCD. I wouldn't be allowed to say certain words, I wouldn't be allowed to walk a certain way. There'd be times that I had to, wouldn't be allowed to kiss my ex-boyfriend for like days and days because my OCD said if I did that then my friends would fall out with me or I'd be sick. A lot of my OCD revolves around sick now, because it's just like a massive phobia of mine. There was one time I remember walking up and down a street for honestly about half an hour, because if I stood on any tiny little crack or anything that was like not completely straight pavement, then I would have to walk all the way back down to the beginning of the path and walk back up. And it was just like up and down this like street that would take you like 5 minutes to walk up, and it took me so long, and it was really hard. And because of my OCD, I also wasn't allowed to talk about it because my OCD said that if I talked about it then I would be sick. So it was kind of like I was in this trap of being in my own brain and not being able to share, and I think a lot of people with OCD feel like that. The last counsellor I went to see made me see my OCD in a different way, and she kind of said like my OCD is my kind of defense mechanism when I'm feeling really anxious about something. My OCD will get worse because I am trying to protect myself. So my OCD is trying to keep me safe, and your OCD is trying to keep you safe. But like I said, my biggest fear is sick, and it used to be like my friends falling out with me or not liking me anymore. My OCD is trying to prevent that from happening. It's giving me an outlet. It's giving me something like if I touch that chair 5 times I won't be sick, and so that gives me kind of safety. So I know why it exists. I know that it's my body feeling like my anxiety is too much and giving me some kind of other focus. I don't know how exactly to explain it, but it does make sense. But the past few days I have just been getting so fed up with it, because I kind of did feel it creeping back to really, really bad OCD. For a while it was just kind of moderate, and it would help me actually in everyday life, because it would make me feel like I was more safe and all that kind of stuff, but it's got to the point where it's starting to really affect things. I'm not allowed to eat certain foods, I'm not allowed to watch certain TV programmes, I'm not allowed to share things on Instagram, like things on Instagram, I'm not allowed to use certain lipsticks, I'm not allowed, do you know what I mean, all of these things. And it was starting to get to the point where it was just like, this is going down a road where I know it leads. That didn't make any sense. This is going down to a place where I've been before, and it's a very, very, very difficult place, and I think if I let it carry on it's going to get to that really difficult time again, and I don't want that to happen. By the way, my OCD also hasn't let me wash my makeup brushes in a very long time, so that's something I'm going to do today. But yeah, the other day I was just kind of like, you know what, this is starting to get really bad again. There had been some wires on the floor since I moved in 2 or 3 months ago, and I wasn't allowed to move them. It was really annoying me. There was just so many, like, I can't explain how much my OCD rules everything. Like, I'm not allowed to have my books in a certain way, I wasn't allowed to put up the cactus bunting that's up there for a long time, I wasn't allowed to do my ironing, I wasn't allowed to do my washing, I wasn't allowed to clean behind the sofa, I wasn't allowed to, oh my god, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. I wasn't allowed to wear my hair certain ways, I wasn't allowed to do my makeup certain ways, lipstick thing, I wasn't allowed to wear certain lipsticks, I wasn't allowed to text my friends back, I wasn't allowed to like things on Instagram, I wasn't allowed to go through the hashtags on Instagram, I wasn't allowed to make certain types of food. Honestly, this could go on forever and ever and ever about how things have been going. Like, I could make a whole other video on things my OCD wouldn't let me do. I might actually do that. That might be quite interesting. My memory card just got full, so I have to unfill it. I don't know. As I was saying, where am I now? God knows. As I was saying, this is my current bronzer. I'm really not good with makeup in general. But as I was saying, the other day I spoke to my boyfriend and my friend about it, and I was kind of explaining to them what my OCD was and how it manifested itself, and I was kind of speaking to them about ways they could help me as well. And I think something for me, I don't know if it's the same for you if you've got OCD, but something for me is nobody actually really ever tells me that these beliefs aren't true. I think it's because it's so self-explanatory, and deep down I think I know that. I think having people remind me that me choosing to wear a certain lipstick isn't going to make me sick. Like, there's no correlation between that lipstick and me being ill. It's been really helpful. The other day there'd been things all over the floor and I wasn't allowed to pick them up, and I wasn't allowed to do like the dishes and hoovering in the same day, or the dishes and like certain things on the same day, because my OCD said that I would be sick if I did. So the other day I was going around cleaning and I was like picking up tissues from the floor, and I was like, every time I put a tissue in the carrier bag to go to the bin, every time I picked up a tissue and put it in, I would say to myself out loud, this won't make me sick putting this tissue in the bin. There is no correlation between me being sick and putting a tissue into this bag. And for some reason that was really helpful. It just kind of re-thingied the fact that it was kind of not real. And so for the past few days I have been trying not to listen to it, and I've been trying to just carry on with my life. It's been hard, especially because I have gotten ill, or I've not been feeling well since I started it, so it's kind of like almost, you know, because I've stopped doing the OCD stuff, my kind of, I've actually gotten ill, so it's kind of been like, oh, well maybe it was true, but I'm not believing it and I'm carrying on, and I can't explain to you how difficult that is. The one thing I've noticed is that my anxiety has gotten worse since I stopped doing the OCD things. I think it feels less safe. My anxiety doesn't feel as safe as it did because I've not got that comfort blanket. But I'm going to keep taking my medication and keep trying to not listen to my OCD as much as I can and see what happens. I kind of just wanted to share this because I know that hopefully some of you watching this have OCD and can kind of be inspired to try and not do your OCD things. I know it's not as easy as that, but I mean, I can keep you updated if that's something you'd like to hear more from or talk more about OCD, because I wasn't allowed to talk about OCD really, and now I'm doing it anyway. But yeah, anything that I kind of go through with mental health I like to share on this channel because I think it does help some people. Oh god, it's tough, it's tough. Whoa, I've put a lot of makeup on my face. Jesus. I obviously had a lot to say. So my hair. Oh well, I can't even be bothered brushing it, never mind actually doing it, so that's going to be at the end of this massive chat. I hope that it did help some people, maybe hopefully inspire some people to try out different things with OCD. Trust me, I know how hard it is, I really do know, and for a lot of you, you might be thinking there's no way I can just stop doing it, there's no way I can just stop my OCD things, but that's alright, I think you'll get there, and there's no rush at all. I just feel like I knew where it was leading, and I didn't want to go back there, and so yeah, I've explained all that already, and I think I'm now going around in circles, which is extremely boring. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Bye!